the way that CEOs should be communicating differently in this whole social media age where no one's like the guys who are robbing us aren't waiting for the quarterly earnings report to actually do it. They're doing it every single day and everyone's feeling it every day as well. How should CEOs be communicating right now in order for them to be able to actually get in front of get the trust of their shareholders, basically?
Yeah, it's a great question. My partner in this, Alan Pollock at Warshaw Bernstein, did a memo that articulates the fiduciary duty that, frankly, the board owes the company. That duty runs to the company, incidentally, not to shareholders. And that duty includes if the board has reason to believe, using normal and reasonable analytics, that the company is having a fraud perpetrated against it, which in this case is selling shares that aren't authorized, then frankly, they have an affirmative duty to uphold their fiduciary duty to take action.
So the only thing I can say is Adam and the board must not believe that there's any synthetics shares on the company. Or, I mean, why aren't they? Why aren't they addressing it? Why aren't they looking into it? Why aren't they, I don't know, doing some kind of analytics to find out if it's true or not?
So I think what's happening is more CEOs from our perspective are coming forward and saying, my gosh, we didn't know about this. We have to do something about this. So, kudos to you and your board for moving it to the next level, because that's what you need to do to protect your shareholders and uphold your duty, your fiduciary duty to the company, in your case, Genius. So ultimately, there is a movement about CEOs getting organized here that's going to change that playing field. And that message is going to be sent out to all the other CEOs who are doing nothing. And frankly, shame on them. And if they're doing nothing, then maybe a group of shareholders needs to come in and say, hey, can we pay for these analytics to figure out, do we have a case? And I want to be clear, many companies we've looked at, some of them don't have a case. That's a different issue. But we're able to tell that pretty early on if they don't. So ultimately, it's up to the CEOs who think this is being perpetrated against their company to take action. If not, a group of shareholders to try and take action. But at the end of the day, it's much easier if the company will cooperate. If the company won't cooperate, then frankly, it's absurd. It's absolutely absurd. And I've run into that in many instances. It blows my mind. The company's reaction typically is, well, we can't bite the hand that's feeding us.
So in Adam's case, is it bite the hand that feeds us, or was it feed the hand that's your friends, your buddies, selling on Terra all those shares for 66 cents of our ape shares? Like, I know people keep questioning that, but that was one hell of a choke on that to who? Us? Like 66 cents? Come on.
Okay, we can't go against Wall Street because, my God, if we do, we're going to die. And I'm like, based on what I see, you're going to die anyway. So at least die fighting, if nothing else. So it's a real dilemma because, Wall Street is a powerful force and a powerful, adversary, frankly.
Okay, if you guys watch that video, this is a lawyer. This is Wes Christensen. This is a CEO of a company doing an interview. You're going to tell me that a lawyer that's had at least 20, 21 cases in the last 20 years for naked shorting, for spoofing, for whatever this may be, it's basically been his career, would be wrong about the fact that the CEOs and the board of directors have a fiduciary duty to the actual company itself, and they have a responsibility, especially if bad things are happening. So this makes this makes me wonder why all this pushback from select profiles and YouTubers and communities saying Adam Aron and the board of AMC can't do anything, and Adam can't speak out. He can't say anything for legal reasons. He can't do anything. I mean, Adam literally is the one that tweeted out that he sees no evidence of any type of synthetic shares or anything we've talked about, right? So it just makes me wonder. It's his fiduciary duty. He's been sued already in the past. There's lawsuits, a couple of them, that everybody wanted to avoid. But come on, guys, help me out here. Like, we all know he can say something. We see these other executives doing it. He could sign up for CEO block. He could show us for the stocks we've been holding for 2 years. He could do something. And that is what frustrates me. And I know it's what frustrates plenty of you. And the rest of you that are still riding on his coattails, I don't know what's it going to take for you to see exactly what all of us are seeing. Well, how many times you got to be told? How many times you got to see stuff? All I can say is you need to go do your DD on CEO Adam and his past and who he was and look at that board and then ask yourself, why isn't he standing up for the company and the stocks? Why isn't he standing up? Because if he did, just like Wes just said, if he did, he would be protecting your investment. So I'm sorry, man. I had to say something. Fighting back for the company, you're going to tell us a company as distinguished as AMC shouldn't be harmed and being called a penny stock. So we need to do a reverse split. Us shareholders need to lose 90% of our shares so that AMC or APE isn't considered a penny stock. I thought $10 or less was a penny stock. But anyway, and then you're going to tell us that APE worked exactly as it should. I don't think it worked exactly as it should. It got you, what, 272 million or however much dollars, but it lost us 3.6 billion in value from AMC. And ever since then, the price has just been ran into the dirt. Are you helping us? Or, to me, helping us would be standing up against the actual hedge funds like we are doing.